Welcome back, Budgie Breeder One here. So we're back, and this time we're gonna be doing a Q&A like I promised. Well, I didn't promise. I just said I was gonna do a Q&A, so I'm here to do it. First question: if I don't know how to say your name, I'm gonna just put your comment up, because I don't want to say your name wrong. So the first question is, how much budgies you have? So yeah. Alright, the next question is from Moomza. I don't know if I say that right, but you said, can I do something to get my budgies in breeding mood? They have lights on 12-hour plus all day. They eat fruits and vegetables. I don't know. I read the comment though, but I don't know it word for word because I didn't bring my other phone. So yes, there is something that you can do to put your birds in breeding mood. So one thing you can do is you can put your males in one cage and your female in another cage if you have one, and just let them sit for like a month or so, and that should get them in breeding mood. Also, if you turn on the TV, that's the best thing to do. If you turn on the TV, if you have them in your room, turn on the TV and make it a little loud, and then after that they will start chirping to the music. All of my birds mate when the TV is playing or some music is playing. So play music. Music is, it sounds crazy, but music is the number one thing to get my budgies to breed. Like, I don't know what I would do without music or having a TV on, because if not, they would just be quiet. So turn on your TV. Let me see in the middle. Turn on your TV. Also, let's see. A nest box if you don't have one. I don't think you said that you had a nest box. But put in a nest box in the cage along with a cuddle bone and a mineral block. Oh, I think you did say that. A cuddle bone and mineral block. Hold up. But no, you didn't say that. But so another thing is to have a nesting box if you don't already have one. Install that into your cage, and that will get the female in the breeding mood as well. So having a nest box is key, because if not, they're most likely not gonna lay eggs if they don't have one. What is this? A water. Okay, next question. I hope that answered your question. So TV, or you can separate them and put them like in the same room but across from each other in different cages, and that will get them in breeding mood. A lot of breeders do that, but I don't personally. So yeah, hope that helped. I'm sorry, I think you also asked how long will they breed after they have been in the nesting box. It's all different answers. Okay, so it just depends on the budgie. Some of them take longer to breed because they want to make sure their nest box is okay. So if they're in the nest box and they're cleaning it up and making sure that it's accustomed to their liking, then after they get it accustomed to their liking, then they will breed. But it all depends on the budgie. Some budgies take a long time, some budgies don't. So the days, I would probably say like up to a week to a month after they have been in the nesting box. If they've been in there for longer, then maybe the male is not interested in the female enough to court her to make her want to lift her tail to mate. Hope they answered. Okay, Bobby Buck asks, I don't understand. I have 2 budgie pairs in a nest box with Bobby Buck asks, I'm going off the top of my head. So Bobby Buck asks, I don't understand. I have 2 budgie pairs in a large cage with 3 nesting boxes smaller than the ones you use, but they haven't bred for a year. I hope that was spot on. So so this is what you shouldn't do. So you should not what they call colony breed, which is put 2 pairs in a cage with nest boxes, because that starts fights, that starts aggression between the 2 birds. Even if you don't notice the aggression when they start chicks, they may have aggression towards each other. So I wouldn't do that. Also, smaller than the ones that I use. So if you have a nest box smaller than the ones I use, they probably can't fit in. Maybe they can, but it's too small for them. Maybe they don't like the nest boxes. So I would go with the a nest box like the ones that I use, or a little bigger, not like a cockatiel nest box, because that would be obviously too big, but at least something that they can fit in and be comfortable in. And also, like I said, turn on the TV. If you have them in your room, get another cage for the different pairs. So you would have a pair in one cage and a pair in another cage, and put a nest box on both cages. And then when they hear each other, they're gonna automatically get into breeding mood. That's why it's better to have more than one budgie pair in your house, because if you don't, it's gonna be quiet, and they don't like breeding in quiet noise. I don't know why, it's just something that budgies do. Hopefully that answered your questions. It's still some more, but hopefully that answered your question. More details would be needed for that. Yeah, more details. Also, if you don't have a cuddle bone, get that as well. Next question. Okay, so I see another question. I cannot memorize it from the top of my head, but I read it, and I'm going to try to summarize it all together. So basically, you got birds from a person, and they laid eggs before, but you had them for over a year now, and you've had them in the cage with a nest box since the moment that you got them, and you separated them for 2 weeks and hoped that they would miss each other, but they don't. So maybe, to be honest, the birds might be too old to breed. Yes, budgies can be too old to breed. Rocket doesn't even court anymore. I guess that his testosterone has gotten low since he's gotten older, and maybe they're old budgies now, and they've had all the eggs and chicks that they were gonna have for their lifetime, and now they're settling down like old people, and it happens. But if not, maybe there's something that you're doing wrong. Not saying that, like, but I would suggest, if this doesn't help, turning on the light for more than 12 hours, playing music. When I tell y'all, playing music saved my life with breeding birds, because I never noticed this until I started breeding birds. After I started breeding birds, I got the gist of what they like and what they don't like. Turning on the TV and the music is key. If your room is quiet, they're not gonna breed. I don't know why, but they're not gonna breed. Turn on some music in hopes that that will help. Also, maybe they don't like each other no more. That could be a possibility, since you said that you separated them for 2+ weeks. And if that doesn't spark nothing again, they're maybe too old, or 2, they don't like each other anymore. And that's probably basically it, unless they're sick. If they're sick, they're not gonna breed either. Because Rocket, I think he's gotten sick because he doesn't even court anymore. So now I'm giving him medicine to treat him, since I don't have a vet on hand. So I have to go online and get my medicine. So if they're sick, they're not going to breed as well. So those are the 3 things. But I will also need pictures of the setup and things that you do daily that could affect that. But yeah, that's all the questions. I'm no expert, but like, I know, like, especially if I'm texting you on Instagram, I just think of a whole bunch of stuff, and people just start breeding their birds out of nowhere. They thank me, and that's that's what I'm here for, because I know how hard it was in the beginning when I started breeding birds. Like, it was so hard that I got frustrated. But budgies take time to breed also, guys. So if you just put them up in the cage for like a month and they still haven't had any eggs, then it takes time. It really does, because first of all, the budgies have to get to know each other. They have to establish a bond. Then after that, they have to go in the nest box. The female has to get accustomed to her nest box. If you don't have any wood shavings in, or if she wants wood shavings, that's going to make a major difference, because unless she has her her nest box right, she's not going to want to breed. Also, I love you guys. So that's just about it. It was a short, quick Q&A. People didn't ask questions like I thought they would, but if you guys still have trouble, text me on Instagram. I'm always happy to help. And yeah, just say you're from YouTube, because some people just be texting me on Instagram and I don't know like what they be talking about sometimes. But say you're from YouTube, and I will respond to you guys. Like, I check my DMs every 8 hours or so. So yeah, message me. Hopefully that helped all of you guys questions and answers and stuff that you need for breeding your birds. But yeah, see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you didn't. It's all up to you, and I'll see you guys next time.